What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 216 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, we are representing the Malari Chambo fish stamp.
Oh, and not Martin Prince's IQ.
Is that his IQ? Is that meant to be his IQ?
Yeah, it's like one of the first episodes I ever watched was when Bart stole Martin's IQ test.
Okay.
And when Homer read the number, he's like, 912? Actually, it's 216. That's still amazingly high.
Oh, well, look at that. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I was meant to stumble upon that information, Rick, because whenever I look up facts, I just Google the number and hope something cool comes up.
Yeah, it's a classic Simpsons factoid. And yeah, it's the reason that Bart goes to a school for the gifted for one episode.
Right. I was just going to bitch about stamps for 5 minutes, so fuck it. That's a way better segue. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, we're doing Martin Prince's IQ today. Cause I don't like I don't like the idea of IQ, and not just because I'm stupid, but because it's every single IQ test that average people like you and I could realistically do is bullshit.
Yeah, because it's based on reading age. It's not based on like you're actually like anything that you can like measure in intelligence.
Well, it also like it's so weird because there are so many different types of IQ tests.
Yeah,
it just narrows down, fucking pins down the fact that IQ's made up bollocks.
Oh yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Genuinely smart and intelligent people will score high on IQ tests because they will. But you don't have to be smart to get a high IQ test. You just have to pick the right IQ test. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you can be slow as molasses and still score well if you are that kind of special.
All right, we're going into territory I don't want to go into. So, hey Rick, we're starting Space Month. Coincidentally, the very first episode is coming out on May the 5th, which is like what we called our Space Month 2 years ago.
Yeah, Revenge of the 5th, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't come up with a pun name yet, so I'm probably just going to call it Space Month 2025. Does that sound fun and inviting?
I mean, it's, reading the card explains the card.
Say what you see now, say what you see.
Look around the eyes, around the eyes.
I was doing catchphrase.
Okay.
And you were doing Little Britain and the Hypnotist for some reason.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're starting Space Month with Skeleton Warriors, which, don't worry, if you're not familiar with Skeleton Warriors, you will soon see why this has been put into Space Month.
Yeah, so when we were looking for the fillers that weren't Star Wars, we looked on Google, and that sent us to a Wikipedia page, and we were like, oh man, they're really loose with what things are in space, and you looked at Skeleton Warriors, and we're like, oh yeah, technically it is.
I think you'll find all I said was, wow, Skeleton Warriors was not a good show, and then I moved on, and then you were like, do you want to do Skeleton Warriors? I was like, I mean, I'll do it, but it's not a good decision.
I remember years ago you singing the theme tune, or at least a snippet thereof.
Yeah, because the theme tune is one, really good, and two, the super best friend Zaibatsu used to reference it all the fucking time.
Sure.
In their Dark Souls 3 LP, when they were in the catacombs, all they would do every 5 fucking steps was sing the Skeleton Warriors theme. It was obnoxious but incredibly funny.
Skeleton Warriors.
Da, 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 da. I'm not making it up, it goes that way. Granted, the noise cancellation might make that not sound correct, but trust me, I did it right. Hey, fun fact, Rick, if you type in Skeleton Warriors into Google, you mostly get results for Tomb Kings.
Alright, okay.
Anyway, here's a little bit of a rundown on Skeleton Warriors. Episode 1 was released on 17th of September 1994 and lasted for an entire season. Said season was 13 episodes. At a quick glance at the synopses of each episode, they at least told a complete story in that one season, so it kind of makes sense to just stop it there.
Yeah, sure.
It's very clearly inspired by He-Man.
Yes.
And
yes.
The thing I remember most is that, first of all, the animation was pretty much par for the course for the time. The animation wasn't bad. They do this weird bit of CG during the opening theme for some reason. Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I saw that, and then I just remember remembering it.
But yes.
I'm like, yeah, I completely forgot about it. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, yeah, they did that for some reason.
That was just the style in the 90s. Like, 3D was not new, but it being accessible to any fucking studio studio was kind of new.
Yeah. This isn't like Reboot where everything's in 3D.
No, the cartoon itself is just like 2D. In fact, when we get into it, it looks a bit like X-Men.
Yeah.
So much so, I think very shortly into the episode, there's a character who straight up just looks like Wolverine.
Sure.
But yes, the VAs in this are, for the most part, not people I'm familiar with. There are two names that stand out, the first of which is Jeff Bennett, aka Johnny Bravo himself.
Ah, sweet.
Johnny Bravo is probably the role I know him most for, but like he's a proper fucking staple in voice acting. Like he's like in his 60s now, but he's been around the block. He's in a lot of things, but he's not like Troy Baker or Nolan North where they get weirdly a lot of starring roles. He's usually like Goon number 5 and 6. More interestingly, in my opinion, is fuck me, Jennifer Hale is in this.
Oh yeah, because back in the day she was in everything.
I didn't realise that she was around in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like Mass Effect was like not that long after the 90s.
It was like 2011.
At the latest, but like 2008, I think was like the first one.
That's still nearly 10 years out of the 90s, Rick.
Yeah, and like 2002 was Neverwinter Nights, where she was Arabeth.
That's fine. I didn't play that game.
Okay, like she was Arabeth, and then she was Bastila, which is just space Arabeth.
All right, fair enough. Weirdly enough, is I clicked on Jennifer Hale's Wikipedia page, and apparently she's got the Guinness World Record for literally having the most voice acting roles, which I don't know how that's worked.
Kind of cool though.
Oh, it's very cool, but it almost sounds unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to see how they quantify that. Now, it could just be because there's not as many women in voice acting, maybe?
Sure.
So, like, she just, like, in the early days of voice acting, she got a lot more work because she was one of the few female talents she could rely on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. I was thinking maybe you could shine a light on that, seeing as you're a bit more familiar with her work.
No, I don't know the behind-the-scenes bits. All I know is that whenever she would show up, I would recognise her.
Which is interesting, because one of the things she's lauded for by both the voice acting community and just fans of cartoons and shit is, like, she's got range.
Oh, she does have range.
Like, she is a chameleon, if she wants to be.
Yeah. I recognise her sometimes. Let's put it that way.
Who's the other voice actor, the well-known lady who, it's Tara Strong.
Yeah.
Like, she is, like, whenever her voice crops up, it's like, oh, that's Tara Strong. Not to shit on anyone, she's got a great voice. But yes, Skeleton Warriors got a 2-disc DVD release at the tail end of 2011. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug, I suppose. The last thing I've got to mention is it being a cartoon from the mid-90s. It, of course, spawned a plethora of merchandise. It had an entire toy range a la He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It had a 6 comic series run, and it even had a video game. It was on the PlayStation 1, I know that for a fact. I then looked into it. It was also on the fucking Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Oh, it also had a TCG, but everything had a TCG in the 90s. They weren't really games so much as just collect these cards, nerd.
Yeah, so I didn't even know about the video game, and you brought it up when we were chatting yesterday. I'm like, oh, cool.
It wasn't good.
Oh, yeah. I assumed not.
Okay, here's the annoying thing, is it was competent and it was good, but it was one of those games that, because it was a beat-em-up and had a core gameplay loop, it got very boring very quickly.
Right, okay. I get you.
It was competent, and it looked decent for the time, but you had to do the same fucking 2 minutes of gameplay, but for 2 hours.
Yeah, like a good old stretched out beat 'em up.
Exactly. The bit I remember the most is they had sections where you would 3D. I say 3D. It kind of was 3D compared to the beat 'em up style. It'll make sense if you saw the game. I'll put it that way. Where you're riding on the sort of. It's not a bike, but it is. When you see the intro, Rick, you'll know exactly what vehicle I'm talking about. And it's avoid the things, but because the engine was really weird, mountains would just spawn in front of you from nowhere.
Yeah.
Causing you to crash and die and lose all your precious bonus points.
Sure.
But yes, that about does it for my rundown on Skeleton Warriors. I hope you all enjoyed that. We will be jumping into the show itself very soon, but first, those of you unfamiliar with the show probably don't know this, but before we jump in, what we like to do is talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how has your week been, buddy?
Well, I've been home alone, so I've been able to do very little. I activated a free week on FF14, and I managed to catch up to the current, meta, as it were. Yeah, they've done some fun things, and the not Beatrix fight is a fight, but the music is cool.
What do you mean it's a fight? Do you mean that's difficult, or it's just a fight? And I know you're not that big on the trials in that game.
I basically don't care about what happens in fights because they're all play DDR and.
Okay, so you're saying it was just a fight and it didn't do anything interesting enough for you to care. That's what you mean, yeah?
Essentially, yeah. Like there's a headless chicken phase, which seems to be the thing in Endwalker specifically. But once you get through that, then you can get back to pressing you on 2-3s and winning. And other things, I had a leaky radiator. So,
yeah, like you mentioned this before, like you mentioned it a while ago, and you mentioned that you were going to bring it up for the podcast, and I'm like, cool. Where's this? Is this story interesting, or is this just a footnote?
Oh, it was pissing water, and turns out all that was wrong was there was a loose nut, and the plumber was like, I can't believe that it hadn't sprung a leak before this. But basically, if it had been left, then I would have dropped down into the garage from the amount of water that was coming through.
Okay.
And also, because of the way that our central heating is set up, it would have kept on refilling because the tank is set up like a toilet, where if it's drained, it will refill.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as it leaks out, it gets repopulated. But yeah, that's fixed now. And yeah, other than FF14 and the springing a leak, not been doing much. I've been chomping at the bit to get on Andor and. Well, as of like today, the Thunderbolts movie, but my folks are not back, so I'm gonna have to wait on both of those
Fun
counts.
fact, Rick: the turn of phrase is champing.
Really? It's not chomping at the bit?
It's champing at the bit. Type chomping in the bit into Google, and it'll tell you you're wrong.
I don't believe you.
That's fine. You can Google it right now. We've got time. I had to listen to your radiator story.
Okay, champing is the more correct and traditional phrase. Chomping includes chewing, so it's described as a horse impatiently biting on its bit.
Yes, but chomping at the bit is incorrect. It's champing.
Yeah, it's a common variation, not as accurate.
Yeah, because it's wrong.
There I learn.
I'm not bothered. It's just you said it, and I was like, you said that before. I'm going to bring it up today.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess it's just the way we say it up north.
Oh, it's not. That's not a northern thing. Everybody fucking says jumping at the bit, and they're always wrong. Just you're a friend, Rick. Therefore, I can correct you without seeming like a dick.
Out in the wide world, we had our 2 graduations that I talked about last week. Mume had her graduation, and I missed it. Gura had her graduation, and I missed it. Gura's in particular.
Gura's was today.
It was like Wednesday night, which is also when my D&D session was, well, my nighttime one. So yeah, that's why I wasn't tabbing out to listen to Gura say goodbye to everybody.
Well, it's logged on a VOD, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a VOD. I can just go back and watch it, but there's less gravitas when it's not like fresh and new.
Okay.
So yeah, I might go back and watch them both, but it's just self-flagellation at this point because they're already gone.
Well, Gura's pretty much not confirmed, but heavily hinted that she's still going to be VTubing just as her prior incarnation, right?
Yeah, Senzawa. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I've not been paying too much attention to things out in the world. Other than that, now the Xbox is going to be massively price hiked in America.
Dude, not in America. They're doing the same things. Sony led this trend where they were like, America's our biggest market. In order to absorb the costs of these tariffs that Trump's fucking put into place, we're going to just hike up the price everywhere, but it's not going to be as big of a price hike. And that way, America can still buy the consoles at not cheap, but relatively the same price as other countries, and therefore we keep that big market. So they've done that. So Xbox have gone, okay, we're also going to do that. Also, $80 games is now the standard. Fuck you.
Yeah. It's some things might come out cheaper than that, but basically they said, yeah, our first party stuff come year end are going to be $80 minimum. So we're looking at GTA 6 being maybe a $90 game.
Well, no. The thing with GTA is they learnt from GTA 5 that online mode is king. That's where they make their big bucks. They've milked GTA 5 for over 10 years because of their online, Rick. They want people to own the game, so they have the online mode and spend money there.
Yeah.
So I don't see it being being exuberantly priced. Like Red Dead Redemption wasn't more expensive than any other video game when it came out, and that was massively hyped. The only thing I want to mention with the Xbox thing is it has made me laugh ever so slightly, because for the last 2 or 3 weeks, the internet echo chamber has been doing nothing but singing Microsoft and Xbox's praises, because they've just had a string of win after win after a win, with the Oblivion remake going immediately on Game Pass and being 50 quid otherwise. A bunch of other stuff. They haven't mentioned that they were going to be price hiking anything. It's like, yeah, Xbox is for the gamers, and then this happened, and I'm like, how did you fucks not see this coming? This was always going to happen. The moment Nintendo announced it and then Sony immediately followed suit, why would Xbox not take an immediate fucking price hike? They don't lose anything by doing that. Oh jeez, like it's such a perfect encapsulation of the echo chamber. Now I've fallen victim to the echo chamber many times before, but sometimes it's really funny to be looking into one and being like, wow, you guys don't know anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I've seen out in the world. How about you? What have you been? Where have you seen?
Yeah, I went and saw Sinners in the cinema.
Yeah, so I wasn't aware what this was. And yeah, I read what it was, and man, I kind of wish I didn't.
Okay, but Rick, here's the thing. You go and see this film, and 2 seconds in, it's like, this is the thing that's going to be happening and what's going to be dealt with. I didn't know this was a horror film.
Yeah. It's not like From Dusk Till Dawn, where, you know, it's like a generic modern western until like halfway through when the vampires come in.
Okay, to be fair, it does do that though.
Okay.
It's just it does that thing that in any other film or form of media I would fucking hate, but it worked in this scenario where it shows you a scene and then it gets to a point, and the scene only lasts like 5 minutes. It's not a very long scene at all, and then it just cuts and goes one day earlier. But basically the entire movie is technically a flashback. But yeah, it's a great film. It's funny you bring up From Dusk Till Dawn, because the reason I wanted to see this film is because I didn't see any advertising for this. All I saw was the numbers, where it's a box office hit, more or less, considering it's effectively an independent movie.
Sure.
Like, it's not independent, but the way it was described to me is the director has like done like 2 movies for big Hollywood. This one's his.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to see this film is, having seen nothing about this film, the numbers were good, everyone who's seen it says it's great, and then someone said, it's like From Dusk Till Dawn, and I went, fuck off, I've got to see this movie. Yeah, it was great. It was very good. You know the twist, yeah, Rick?
I know that it turns into a vampire movie.
Cool. The thing I love most about this movie is there's a lot of times where the vampires are trying to just talk and persuade the remaining humans to just give up. And the best part about it is the vampire is incredibly persuasive with his arguments. Which, you know, is a rarity.
Yeah, just give up. I'm going to eat you anyway. You may as well make it easy for me.
But that's not even it, though. It's not I'm going to eat you. It's like everyone he touches, he's turning.
Yeah.
It's kind of a win to turn, depending on your point of view. Obviously, the remaining protagonists are all like, fuck that. But, you know, I wouldn't have looked down upon anyone who took that deal.
Yeah, well, the difference is, like, what's your point of view on vampirism? Like, is it, are you the same person once you've...
It's emphatically yes.
Okay, so in this universe, you are still the same person.
You are, but the person who turned you has got kind of a mind meld thing that he can activate whenever he wants. But,
sure.
You know, apart from that, you do just stay as you are, and like it's explicitly shown that you just remain your own person otherwise.
Sure.
There's a great scene where they're testing to make sure no one inside the building is... They do the old-timey vampire rules, by the way. Vampires can't come in unless they're invited inside.
Sure.
So that's how come the siege even works in the first place, because, you know, they can't go in without being invited. But there's a point where they think there's a vampire inside the building, so they have to test to see if there's which one of them's the vampire. And the way they do that is they make everybody eat a clove of garlic.
Right, okay.
There is one character who goes, that's disgusting, I don't want to do it. Immediately gets a gun pointed at their face, and it's just like, just eat the fucking garlic. And one of the characters who really loves the character who's got the gun in their face is just like, take it easy. He gets pistol whipped. The guy in charge of this scenario is just like, I'm not fucking around, eat the garlic.
Yeah.
And like it's such a nice scene, because so few times do you have a character in this scenario who's like, no, the time for bullshit is done.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm smacking my cousin. I don't care if I've got a gun pointed to an innocent person's face. Prove you're not a vampire, otherwise I'm shooting you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they eat the garlic and they're absolutely fine. They just don't like garlic, and it's like, yeah, there's a time to not like things. This ain't it. I won't spoil the movie any more than I already have. It's a great film. I highly recommend it. If it was out like a day earlier, we could have seen it with you, Rick.
Yeah, like literally we were looking at things to go see, and it was like, nah, it didn't come out yet.
I think it was out, but nothing. We didn't know anything about it because it was not advertised well around here.
Right, okay.
So it didn't come up on my radar until literally like the Tuesday after I got home. So
Sure.
But yeah, good movie, big recommend. Rick, are you ready for some news?
Let's go.
I've already told you this one, Rick, but the fans haven't heard it from my mouth. Animated has started a Patreon to keep Earth Guy alive.
Yeah, you sent me this, and yeah, it's a sad day for indie animation.
It is and it isn't. Like, this is kind of standard fare, unless you've got like Glitch working with you. Or a studio. You need to get funding somewhere, and let's be honest, we've seen the view figures on the Earth Guy. They're lucky to breach 20k. It's not a lot of ad revenue.
Yeah, this is true.
It's just the way it be. I'm not currently in a position that I can fund any Patreons, but I can spread the word via the podcast.
Yes, so if you liked one of our favourites, yeah, consider it.
In other news, Luigi Mangione has pled not guilty.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you plead not guilty?
Yeah, especially when from an outsider's perspective, it looks like he didn't fucking do it.
Yeah, there's always been something weird about apparently having that manifesto on him when he got caught.
It's not even the manifesto. It's every bit of evidence. It's just it magically appeared. And I appreciate I'm not part of the police force that was involved in that, but it's very weird that it all just suddenly sprung up. They didn't say how they got it or where they got it from. It's just, oh, we just found it though. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They want they want an execution, so they've planted that.
I don't believe it. I really don't. Another bit of weirdness to this story is that more recent news is that the prosecutor or a member of the prosecutor's team listened in on a phone call between Luigi and his lawyer, and you're not allowed to do that. Apparently they have to recluse themselves from the trial, but it's like fucking what's to stop them from just telling the new prosecution team?
Yeah.
It's nah. For those of you who don't know, by the way, anything you say to your lawyer is meant to be confidential.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the prosecution listening in is not good. There are cases where the reason why it's confidential to tell your lawyer everything is you could have committed a crime, like let's just say murder, for example, and you can say I didn't do this murder in public. Your lawyer will then speak to you in private and say, everything you say to me is private. If you want me to defend you, you need to tell me everything truthfully, and then I can devise the best strategy to defend you. You can then tell your lawyer, I killed that guy, and the lawyer could be like, fuck, okay, so if we do this and this, we can plead you down to 15 years.
Yeah, it's like, also, like, it's not only did you kill him, there's also, like, why? Like, because crimes of passion are a thing.
Yeah. If you're honest with your lawyer can do a lot more for you, which is why client-lawyer confidentiality is a thing.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, obviously I'm rooting for Luigi. From the outside looking in, it looks super sus.
Yeah, totally.
In other news, Vivian Medrano confirms Helluva Boss will end with Season 4. This kind of coincides with another announcement that Amazon is now getting the rights to Helluva Boss from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've announced that what's going to be happening is Helluva Boss will be available on Amazon Prime as soon as episodes are done, and then they'll be available, I think they said a month later, on YouTube for free.
Yeah, and that's just got to be what it is going forward, because as they say in the short, animation takes time.
It still blows my mind how many people don't understand that.
Yeah, but some people are morons.
Yeah. Also, during that fun little animation that I shared you, Rick, Blitz confirms that, hey, that means we can play with you guys now. To which Charlie goes, huh? So we might. Someone drew a very nice piece of fan art, at least I assume it was fan art and not official, of just the BRB sign on Lucifer's throne in the courthouse, and just a hand coming in and just yoinking it off, and the hand is quite clearly Lucifer's. It was very cute.
Yeah, that is rather cute. I like that.
But I mean, it's good for Vivian and I want to say the animation studio Spindlehorse.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Titmouse for the Has-Been. So yeah, Spindlehorse for Helluva Boss sounds about right.
Yeah, so good for them. Rick, last but not least, this is not a wrestling podcast.
What happened?
This is such a weird story, even to me. Okay, one of these names won't mean anything to you, but one of them will, so just roll with it. Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff have announced the RAF.
Okay.
First and foremost...
So is this their own federation?
It's Real American Freestyle.
This sounds like a rap battle.
So, from my understanding, it's going to... they've described it as unscripted, which whenever a wrestler's involved in a project that says unscripted, I immediately think bullshit. But what it seems to be is, depending on who you ask, it depends on what answer you get as to what this is going to be. One of the people involved compared it to The Voice, but for amateur wrestling.
Huh, weird.
So, effectively, what they're doing is they're taking amateur athletes, specifically wrestlers, but apparently they're open to allowing other combat sport participants in, and it's going to be like a league for people to watch amateur wrestling, which I don't know what this is, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, like, in those words, I kind of don't hate it.
Yeah, but I don't believe those words.
Oh, yeah, like, it's going to be like, kayfabe to hell and back after, like, day 2.
Well, the problem is Hulk Hogan has been slated as being the on-screen commissioner, and being the on-screen commissioner already means there's going to be a sense of kayfabe.
Yeah, because, like, there's no way he's actually going to be doing all the things behind the scenes.
It's, yeah, I don't know. Also, the name's going to be a real problem because the RAF is a thing in the UK. It's a pretty big deal in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they picked that after getting sued for using WWF for all those years.
That's different people. This isn't related to WWE.
I mean, okay, it's not related, but it uses some of the same people. So you can see where I'm coming from, right?
Sort of, but I know more about wrestling than you, and you're not correct.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine. We'll leave it at that. Rick, for the sake of those watching along, what are we doing today? And count us in.
We're doing Skeleton Warriors. We're doing episode 1, Flesh and Bone. 3, 2, 1, and go.
It's going to be cut out of the episode, but I was just silent then for a big gap when Rich Rick left me for the riff. And I was like, I'm not doing it this time. Look at this shit!
I'm bopping.
Can you see what I mean by you'll know what vehicle I mean?
Yeah, the space jet bikes.
See, I don't know what the fuck they're saying in that bit, so in my brain it goes, Light Star, something, something, something.
Yeah, Janet the Warrior or whatever, yeah. Janet the Fighter. She appears to be wearing the bull goat costume from frickin' Baldur's Gate 3.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I like how they've got fucking, like, shock batons as their weapons. Look at that shit! Fucking why couldn't they just draw a logo?
And then it explodes.
Every good 90s cartoon had to have an explosion. Like, Rick, what was the decision behind this?
I don't know why he's gold.
I don't know why he's 3D.
I guess he's gold because it looks better than just like a matte white 3D thing.
Even silver would have looked bad.
Yeah.
See, like, the animation's fine.
Yeah, oh, we saw it in the intro as well.
I don't know how the fuck this had so many writers.
So they're just, like, casually dueling with lightsabers.
Well, it's like Cypher and Squall, isn't it, with the gunblades?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. good old hot redhead.
I think your bar for anything being hot is just, are they ginger?
Kinda.
See what I mean? This is basically fucking Logan and Jean Grey in that shot. Like, it's very similar. Oh, that's fucking Logan.
Yeah, that's the Logan guy. His face reminds me of the Magneto face as well.
I can see it.
Just the way that they draw, like, slightly older guys.
What's this fucking weird chain thing you got going on, dog?
It keeps his cape in place.
No, it doesn't, no. It's a necklace. It goes all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
The other guy, yeah, sure, that one keeps his cloak. I guess that might be it. Where's his one gone now? I guess he took the cloak off?
So he's wearing the Luke Skywalker tunic.
Okay, that
and
guy's...
an additional wizard robe.
That other guy, his cloak was kept on by that little fucking medallion in the middle.
Right, okay.
So the gold thing I was referring to was a neck chain, but it was weird. Is that a pheasant? No, it hasn't got a tail, never mind.
Yeah. I'm digging the aesthetic of, like, RPG clothing in a sci-fi world.
Yeah, you like Star Wars, I get it.
Yeah. But, like, this is, like, proper RPG clothing. Like, this guy's, like, dressed as a wizard.
Rick, they're talking about the power of the light star.
Yeah.
Like, it's sci-fi, but it's very, very much using fantasy tropes.
Yeah, sci-fantasy.
Don't like that word.
Fantasy space opera.
That was a really good fucking blur effect.
Yeah, for the, like, not even just for the time, just in general. God damn, that's Baron! That very obvious villain.
Yeah. Did his clothes change colour between shots?
I think so. Like,
Or is that just meant to be the light?
oh yeah, it's the light that makes it look more yellow.
Okay. You got like,
his name is literally Baron Dark.
yeah, he's Baron Dark, and the good guys are called Light Star. Like, you can't get more fucking generic.
Yeah. So this is gonna snap it in two, is it?
I mean, yeah. Like, so I appreciate you don't know the plot, but like, the Baron gets the dark powers, and the Light Star gets the good powers, and this guy gets turned into a skeleton for no reason other than it's cool.
Yeah. I shall become a lich. Oh, so yeah, so he protects the sister with, like, drill shield powers.
I mean, you say that all you want, but that was just a fucking He-Man effect.
Yeah, sure.
What? What are these roads that can only fit one car?
Yeah, and it just looked like that one driver was just shit at driving and just drove off the cliff.
I think it's implied that the tremors threw him off, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's an evil-looking skeleton. My beautiful face! Wow, I'm surprised he's super into it.
He is.
I'm just gonna run away now!
Yeah, I'm gonna run away with my half of the icon. Hey, it looks like Withers.
A little bit.
She's still got some skin.
Thank you, Bone Man.
So, so it's implied that mutants were already a thing here.
Yeah. So he's just he's like come to assert himself over the mutant outcasts.
Put some fucking clothes on, nerd.
Yeah, you can see his bone dick.
It's basically a fucking AdMech.
Yeah. Yeah, the AdMech guy's got the Skeletor voice and everything. You gotta love when the 90s villains would just hit each other.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that no more. Oh yeah, he seems to be really loving it. Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see.
What a great deal.
I fucking love that picture. It's so good.
Bargains imprisoning me.
Is he going to turn them all into skeletons except for the lady? Oh no, she gets it too. Is she still going to somehow keep the tits?
Yeah, apparently.
Well,
I think she just wears the armour.
I was going to say, it might just be the armour, but it's hard to tell because they just zoomed in on her face before we could see the rest of her.
Yeah, let us see the bone titties.
Like, that would be horrible. They'd be the worst titties ever. If they were made of bone.
Yeah, apparently it's you get them a lot in fiction where lady liches just give themselves bone titties.
I mean, at that point, just use prestigitation.
Yeah. Just give yourself some cantaloupes.
Well, I just meant skin, but sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm confused. So, because the power's out, gravity doesn't work?
Okay.
Okay, so she can fly now because of crystal bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, so they all got some part of the crystal. But Withers guy, because he was the one touching it, he bore the brunt of it.
No. The one you're getting him confused with the skeleton. He wasn't touching it. He was just in the room without protection.
Sure. So he gets some precognition.
Apparently so. Wait. Yeah, sorry, Magic Space Future. I was going to say where'd they get the bikes from. The bad guys are called Skeleton Warriors.
Not only where did they get the bikes from, but where did they get the bikes customized so quickly with skeleton motifs?
They got a fucking robot guy. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Wow, you guys are shit.
Immediately shot.
They didn't even get shot. They just fucking episode 5 fucking AT-AT'd them.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have bugged me as a kid. Like, if she can fly, why does she use a jet bike?
To use as a torpedo, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. But also, running is tiring, so you would use a regular bike over running.
Well, they've already established as well that her just doing a little bit of flight makes her ill.
Yeah. Don't blame the person that you betrayed for...
Well, that's the point, isn't it? You're meant to be doing motion or damage.
Yeah.
I don't need to corrupt you. I have a gun. I'm just reminded of that Kamen Rider fucking image of I will defeat you with the power of friendship and this gun I found. Yeah, we get it. You can see the future.
I can see the future.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
So yeah, apparently him being dressed like a wizard was foreshadowing for him getting wizard powers.
Yeah, there you go. She's got the monk armor.
Yeah.
This guy's just man-at-arms.
It is!
I'm just looking at Jojo.
Do!
God, he really does look like Skeletor.
Yeah, it's like, so I'm gonna pitch you a cartoon. Go ahead. Good Skeletor.
He's gonna fight an evil Skeletor.
Yeah, good Skeletor, he fights evil Skeletor. We're gonna call them Lord Lightstar and Baron Dark.
I can definitely see why Lee spawned a toy line.
Yeah. The Mecha Skelly looks like actually a pretty cool toy.
Dude, they all do.
Yeah.
Right, that's a
There's
big
your ad
fucking
cut.
weakness, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
That
pretty
is
cool
not
that
an
he
eagle.
Yeah. Is it like it's like a hawk, isn't it?
It's not even it's like a dove. It's not even a fucking threatening bird. It shouldn't be making that noise.
Yeah, but like the eagle sound that you hear is like it's like a falcon or a hawk or something.
Okay, but I mean, that bird noise does not suit that bird. Is what the point I was making. He is hand of arms. God damn! Is this not a blatant rip-off?
Well, He-Man itself had been off the air for a few years at this point.
I swear we saw this guy getting murked in the intro too.
Yeah.
It's a good thing being a paranoid bastard, isn't it?
Yeah. How does he know that?
Because he's smart. Like, that's all you needed in these old fucking cartoons is, why does this character know that? Because he's smart.
Yeah. He's pulling reasons out of his ass, and because it never gets proven wrong, you just accept it as correct.
These guys are so shit.
Yeah.
It's a real good thing that with your fucking powers you just got reanimation, otherwise you'd be fucked 7 times to kingdom fuck. Wait, they didn't know that.
Yeah, they just thought that they were one and done and were still attacking anyway.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a fuck to put these guys down.
That's why did you not defend the power more better than you did?
Yeah. Has that guy got 3 arms or 4?
He's got 4. Now the question is, why would you
6.
not? Why would you not just commit to suicide attacks once you know you're immortal?
I think they are doing now.
Wow, we thought they were lightsabers before. Jesus. Oh right, he's got bullshit shadow powers. I forgot about that.
Yeah, this one might be the one they actually kill properly. Because it seems to be non-verbal.
No, yeah, she doesn't have tits, but she does keep the armor.
Yeah, she keeps the armor to show that she used to have bone titties.
They weren't made of bone.
Yeah, she used to have flesh titties, and now she has bone nothings.
I don't like the eyeballs inside the eye sockets. They don't look right.
Yeah, well, I guess it's just there to let the animators let people know which way they're looking.
Very sorry, Rick, but did the bird have a little helmet on?
I think it did. Yeah, go rescue her from the dedicated girl fight.
It wasn't even a fight. It seemed to already be over.
Yeah.
The bird's definitely got some sort of little hat on.
It's very cute. They where'd they go? Literally the only direction they could go.
Okay, again, because the animation is making shadows just be pure black. That was a wall.
Sure.
So, yeah, he's got shadow powers that let him teleport to other shadows.
And he can bring other people with him.
Apparently. So why did you spend so much effort trying to defend it? I don't know about that, Uncle Joe. I don't really want to die. I'm only 12.
Well, that means you don't have as much to miss.
The only person who hasn't shown any new abilities is the main character.
Yeah.
He's got fucking pointy nipples! How long is...
Your toy's name will be Talon.
How long has this motherfucker been planning these names? Fucking Edge. He's even got the edgelord voice.
I'll be Grimskull.
I'm the Green Ranger.
I'm Batman.
Blah. Wait, how come that took them so long to respawn again?
I think he was just waiting till they were all ready to do it so he could do it dramatically. I mean, if you were a skeleton man, you would just be a drama queen, wouldn't you?
I mean, I wouldn't have a dick no more, so I wouldn't have any other reason to live.
I mean,
I don't know, man. I value my dick quite highly, and that might be a mistake, but it's true nonetheless. It's
sure.
One part of my anatomy I do not wish to ever lose.
I mean, if it's dick or death, I'm choosing the dick.
If my dick goes, I might as well die. It depends upon which manner of death it is. Like, I think that'd be a factor in the decision.
Sure. Yeah, it always bugged me how the skull narrator is like.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, the skull narrator is meant to be like on the side of the good guys, and yet all of the other skeletons are like villains.
Yeah, okay, but he was a gold skull, and now it makes a bit more sense because the main character, Prince Lightstar, has got a gold skull as his chest armor, so...
Okay, so it's probably Prince Lightstar in 25 years.
That's a grim thought. But yeah, that brings us to the close of episode 1 of Skeleton Warriors. Only lasted 1 season. Go figure. What were your thoughts?
It was alright. Like, as a boy cartoon, it was actually rather competent. I was expecting it to be, like, super trash, and it's just kind of cool. But yeah, how about you? What do you reckon?
Oh, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
It's better than He-Man on the merit that it was drawn and animated in the 90s instead of the 80s.
Sure.
But otherwise, the actual content itself is not much higher. If anything, on par at best. It's very interesting that they've got way more bad guys than good guys, but I think that's to do with, hey, boys like skeleton toys, so let's make loads of skeletons.
Sure.
Well, it makes sense when you think on it.
Yeah. And they like make each individual skeleton somehow different.
Yeah,
and,
we've got the girl one, we've got the robot one, we've got the 6-arm one that doesn't talk, we've got the short one with an eye patch.
And we've got the leader with a big old hair metal mullet.
Yeah, and even the good guys, like, yeah, those look like toy designs.
Yeah.
Buy Talon and you get the bird with the helmet for free.
Yeah, very cute.
That wasn't me using fucking slang. I meant bird literally. But yes, not a lot of women characters in this, is there?
No, there's not. There's token girl and token villain girl.
One of them got to say one sentence.
Yeah.
At least a good girl. Yeah. I shouldn't call her a good girl. That's bad. At least she had quite a bit of screen time. But yeah, the good one is the one voiced by Jennifer Hale, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't really got much else to add. I wasn't wowed by this, and to me, this cartoon is still very much just a theme tune and nothing else.
Pretty much. Like, okay, spoiler for a little bit coming up, but yeah, I really dig it when the music starts.
So yeah, let's get to our usual wind down, shall we? Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment?
Well, like I just said, it was when the music started in the middle of the battle that they were having, when they were doing the raid on the little base, and yeah, the skeleton warriors started, shooting at the base, and they started firing back, and it was yeah, I do love a little bit of butt metal.
You use that to just describe almost any type of music, so the terms lost almost all meaning from you.
Sure. But yeah, how about you? What do you reckon was your favourite moment?
My favourite moment was the opening theme, because the opening theme is great. The animation that goes with the opening theme is awesome, as long as you ignore the bad 3D.
Yeah.
It's not even bad 3D, it's just the problem with almost any 3D animation in the 90s that isn't Pixar, is it doesn't age well.
Yeah, early 90s 3D animation was rushed if it wasn't like super high production values. Like, Pixar would take multiple days to make seconds of footage, whereas this, yeah, they just throw it in the churner and have it done by the end of the afternoon.
Well, you see it in a lot of these old 3D cartoons where the models are so smooth with very little detail because it's the only way they could get it done in time.
Yeah.
And it worked for Beast Wars because it meant this 3D characters look like the fucking toys.
Yeah, like, you didn't put a texture on something that was meant to be plastic.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Apart from that, the theme tune was great. It's awesome. I really enjoy it. It's one of those songs that for many years has like threatened to end up on my MP3 player, but I've never quite gone through with it.
I get you.
Yeah, we can't only talk about the good, let's also talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
I guess they could have done a lot more with the world building to show you exactly what this world is like, because like we don't know so many things, and we just have to assume certain things about the world based on the snippets that we've seen, and I'm pretty sure most of it's just going to get glossed over and ignored because it's like, oh yeah, you all know He-Man.
Okay, two things, Rick. One, this was an opening episode. They can only show you too much. It was definitely more focused on the characters. The world is on the back foot. Two, the Skeleton Warriors are fucking shit up. You don't need to know world lore. Everything's broken.
Yeah, everything's broken now.
The important part of the world lore was the Light Star, and guess what? It was important. It powered everything, and it protected the world. Now it's shattered in two. We got Light Star versus Baron Dark. Boy, those names are great.
But yeah, how about you? Do you have a weakest link?
Oh, it's just nothing in this is original. I don't care that that stuff is unoriginal. Like you can be inspired by things and do nods to things, but this was just He-Man. Had the serial numbers filed off. It did a few things different, I guess, with the lineup of the teams. It doesn't focus solely on one character. But like, how many times? Take a shot every time I go, this is just He-Man. I must have done it like 5 times.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, you could say that it's just He-Man with the serial numbers filed off, and you'd be right. But by the same token, a lot of things were like that back in the day. It was just a way to create a toy line, and because like that's what cartoons were back in those days. This is a later version of the same thing.
Yeah, everything back in the 80s and 90s was designed to sell toys. Everything. Like the reason why every single Transformer got killed off in the 1984 Transformers movie is because they wanted to make new toys, so they had to kill the old ones.
Yeah.
Spoiler for a movie that's older than I am. Older than you are as well, I think, Rick.
Yeah.
It just. Sorry, I had to throw that in there for no reason other than to be a dick. Anyway, I'm probably not going to watch all 13 episodes of this. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. I'm not exactly going to be getting the other episodes.
So, last but not least, we need to declare our MVPs. Who's getting that spot for you today, Rick?
I'm giving it to Grimskull. He drove the episode with his incompetence, and
I think saying incompetence is a bit unfair. He was very clearly heavily manipulated.
Oh yeah, like his being a target of getting manipulated, and it also showed that even though he has like probably the best powers of the group, he's also got the biggest weakness in that he can be controlled as well.
I don't know, man. The episode is kind of annoying in the way that it shows us that it appears as if that weakness has already been overcome.
Yeah, it's possible that it's already solved, but it's possible that it can, resurface, possibly with some kind of empowerment.
There's only 13 episodes, and I don't think it ever gets that deep.
Sure. So, yeah, I'm giving it to him today. How about you?
I'm going to give it to the character whose name I can't remember. He's the uncle.
Oh, okay, Man-at-Arms.
Yeah, not Man-at-Arms. He came in clutch. It was like, hey, he's a recluse, but he's a genius, and he's been spending his life making this super cool secret base just for us.
Yeah. Maybe we should have appreciated him when he was trying to be a cool uncle. And well, now you need me. Now you're getting invaded. Now you need my.
I don't think that was even remotely still a scenario. It seems to be like a self-imposed hermitage.
Yeah, fair enough. And he also doesn't behave that way. So.
Yeah, no, it's like, why are you all the way out on the outskirts, uncle? And it's like, I'm enjoying my boat. I'm fishing. Wow, you fish a lot. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like fishing.
Yeah, I like fishing.
But yeah, that brings us to a close today on Skeleton Warriors, the debut episode of our Space Month 2025 TM. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think of the Skeleton Warriors or any 90s nostalgia bullshit cartoon. None of them were good, and yet we all remember them fondly.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
Like, I'm taking the piss out of this being like a rip-off of He-Man, but like Street Sharks and Biker Mice from Mars were all rip-offs of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the dinosaur one? Do you remember that one?
Oh, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?
No, it had a different name. They were like robot dinosaurs or something.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And then you had the Cowboys of Mesa as well. I never watched that one, but I've seen a picture of it and I went, yeah, that's Ninja Turtles but cows.
Shit, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, I've been asking for, it feels like a year now, to do a Ninja Turtle knockoff month.
Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Yeah, the animation looks surprisingly charming, but it's clearly just Ninja Turtles. Oh god, there's a lady cowgirl in that with giant udders.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of Skeleton Warriors, what you think as suggestions for us in the future for other weird, potentially more obscure cartoons. Other than that, we've got the email address for those of you who don't have a comment section, which is
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Send us something witty, informative, or just plain fun, and we'll read it out on a future episode. Apart from that, may the Force be with you as we continue ever further into May.
Yeah, bye everybody.